Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's already late spring, but then Porsche have not released any info regarding the 992.2. So good news for us, that means there's more 992.1 allocations for us. And if you watched my previous video, I did do some comparisons regarding the 911S versus GTS, but there is one model which I left out, which is 911 Carrera T. So for us, T means touring, and in layman's term, it means more comfortable, it's more for commuting, but as you all know, Porsche is a German brand, and they have their own definition regarding the word touring. For them, touring means more aggressive, it means more lightweight, it's more track ready. So in this video, we're going to take a detailed look at the difference of S, GTS, and T. So we're going to go through the exterior, interior, performance, prices, and whatnot. So if you guys are interested, let's take a look. So first off the bat, here's a comparison of 2023 Porsche 911. As you can see, I have three different models right here. So this is in US, and this is without any taxes, without any options. So you can see from the T is starting at 11.6, the S is 123, and the GTS is 142. So right now we're just going to go through the different specs, the engine specs, horsepower, torque, and whatnot. First off, they're all the same engine, 3-liter twin-turbo flat 6. Transmission-wise, you can go both PDK and manual. I know for a fact the base Carrera cannot get manual, but the T, you can actually do get manual. So all of them is rear-wheel drive. Fuel tank economy almost the same. For the 4-seater, this gets a bit special. So both GTS and the S is a 4-seater, and then as for the T, you can get a 2-seater or 4-seater for no charge. T starts from 379 horsepower, starting at 6,500 RPM. Carrera S is 443, GTS is 473. Torque 331, 390, and 420. What I want to point out right here is the T, you get lower end torque. So it's not huge, but from 1950 RPM to 23, that's around like for 400 RPM more. So in the T, you get slightly more initial torque. So as mentioned before, you can all get PDK and manual here, and it is the rear wheel drive for all, where it gets a bit more interesting. So for the curb weight, the T is the lightest of all, which is 3254. Carrera S is 3382, and the GTS is 3433. So if you put that into comparison, the T weighs less than 130 pounds, less than an S, and 180 pounds, less than a GTS. It's pretty much the same car, same dimension, but it lost 180, and that's mainly due to the lightweight glass, the less interior dampening inside the car, and right here too, for exterior dimension, everything is pretty much the same. I'll say an inch apart, so we can kind of forego that. So as you can see, you actually go from the T to the S. There's 0.3 seconds difference. I'm assuming this is PDK. So there's not actually a huge difference, just 0.3 second difference from 0 to 100. And then here, just to compare the T, which is the green, and S is the yellow. So from the front, it's pretty much identical. PDLS lights pretty much the same. The rims for the T is more of a titanium color. And one thing you can see is the mirrors. So the S will be the same color mirror, but on the bottom side will be a black color. But for T will be like a dark gray silver. From the sidewise, so the rims, this is like silver rim. That's called, I believe it's called a dark titanium rim. And you get decals on the side saying 911 Carrera T. Ride height pretty much the same, and then dimensions pretty much the same. From the back, it gets a bit more interesting. So of course you get the logo at the back, but what we see different is the exhaust pipe. So S itself, it will get these exhaust pipe. If you want to change to the PSE, that's an upgrade. But the T itself, it comes with this exhaust pipe, which is the Porsche Sport exhaust at the standard cost. From up top, pretty much the exact same thing, right? It's just, again, it's just the mirrors, that's the main difference. Other than that, pretty much the same. And then the interior will be a bit different. You can see on the left side is the T, right side is the S. Pretty much exact same interior. One little point is this part. The S, you'll get this kind of like carbon fiber. The T will be a piano blacked out, right? That's the main difference. And other than that, it's pretty much the exact same thing, right?
And then if you're looking at the seats, you can actually get the lizard green seats and you will see the 911T over here. But other than that, the seat, everything else, the layout is exactly the same. And then one more thing I wanted to add is this green color is actually a PTS. So you can't just select it at a lower charge or at a no charge or metallic or even special color. It is a PTS, so that's 15,000 to start. And then the center equipment, which I was talking about, so that's the staggered rims with 20 and 21 rear S wheels. That will be a dark titanium. And another thing is there is no premium package in this car. So if you go to any other cars, the S or the GTS, you get a premium package and you would get top view camera, lane assistance and whatnot. This you will have to add everything separately. Even for the PDLS headlights, you have to add that separately as well. Even for the mirrors and whatnot, there is no premium package. I just want to show you. Lane change package is 1200, top view camera 1640. All this is an extra package, so I just want to point out the GTS and S has way more customization color options, and you have more access to ray text and finished pieces in this material. The T, only thing that they offered is the titanium silver rims and the mirrors. And then as mentioned before, the premium packages, they can be optional on GTS, and T is actually less focused on comfort and more on weight reduction. So, and then another thing is like the T and GTS, you will still have access to bucket seats, but only the GTS have the PCCB, which is the Porsche ceramic brakes. So other than that, I would say the main difference is the ride. Yes, of course the horsepower is different, S and GTS is a bit different, but it's more about the feeling. Although they have more horsepower, they have more torque, the S and the GTS, it's around 120, 180 pounds heavier than the T. The T, although it's less in power, but it's got more of a raw feeling, it's more driver oriented, and because of that, you feel more engaged in the driving. You feel more raw, everything is more direct, you will hear every rock, every pothole outside. Versus the S and GTS is more towards, I'll say, slightly more grand touring vibe, if that makes sense. T is more towards the 991.1. Everything is a bit lighter. I haven't driven a T, I have sat in one on the track, and because my own car is a Tiger 4 GTS, yes, of course it's a bit heavier, but I've also sat on a GTS as well. So I sat on a GTS and a T, and I can tell you the T, you will feel a lot more into the car. You feel a lot lighter, you feel a lot more engaged. GTS, yes, it's just a different vibe. Another thing is the GTS, it has bigger brakes, but the T has just normal brakes. So if you do want to track your T a lot, this is definitely something for us to consider. But to keep everything as simple as possible, T is pretty much the same performance as the base Carrera, but it actually has a manual option. Lighter car, slight improvements to the suspension. So it's kind of like a similar concept from the S to a GTS. So it's actually really good that Porsche has different cars for every owner for all circumstances. Let's say the base is just for someone just want the 911, just want the most pure driving experience but does not really want manual. And of course they're more price point driven. The base would be something to go. If you want something that's not that much horsepower but want manual and a bit more track focused, T will be it. S would be of course a more of an upgrade from T. You want more horsepower but slightly more GT vibe, and the GTS will be the upgrade from the S, and you get bigger brakes, that's from the turbo, and then you actually get central locking. So it's actually pretty nice that Porsche has so many different lineups just to kind of accommodate every unique driver.
So that is it, guys, a quick comparison of the S, GTS and T. Do let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If you guys have a 911 right now but you get a chance to redo it, what would you do? For me, I have the Tiger 4 GTS. Only thing that I didn't get is the yellow Porsche ceramic brakes, which if I have a chance to redo it, I would. Only thing is because that time there was a stop sign going on, so I had to just go for like normal red brakes. Main reason is because of the brake dust. It just drives me crazy. It's good that my rims is actually black, so it's actually not that noticeable. If I have like a silver or gold or any other color rim, the brake dust will show like crazy. So that's my one thing that I will change, do let me know in the comments below. If you do have a chance, what would you guys change? There is a bit of Carrera T allocations available right now. If you need an allocation, do leave me your info. I will definitely reach out and have my own Porsche essay reach out. She's really nice. She's from GTS and T. She'll definitely help you guys out. Last but not least, thanks for watching. Spring, summer is finally almost here. It's getting a bit warm now. My 911 should be out very soon, and I'll have a lot of new footage coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.